Hello, it's Tamika, and I have been promising to make a video on why I'm actually starting a new eating journey. And this new eating journey that I'm on is directly related to my MS. I'm currently in an MS relapse, and this is going on week 5 for me. And I'm not really feeling well. This has actually been the worst bout I've had the worst bout of fatigue during this relapse, something that I've not necessarily ever felt before. And I had a round of IV steroids, oral steroids, all of that has not necessarily made me feel better. I know internally I might be better off, but I don't necessarily feel better. And so I've talked about the fact that I've tried trigeminal neuralgia. That's very active right now, and so if I'm closing my eyes or if I start talking funny, it's because I have some stuff going on in my face. But that is very flared up with this MS relapse, and sometimes that happens. This time more though, and I'm giving you all of this background so you can understand why I've taken the position that I've taken. So very early on, I was diagnosed with MS 4 months after I had my LapBand surgery. I had my first symptom 1 month after I had surgery. And at 4 months, when I was finally diagnosed, I started researching. I'm a big researcher. Anytime there's anything going on with me or any family members or friends, I will wear Google out to figure out what it is, right? And so I learned of the MS recovery diet. Well, in that, and I got the book and all of that, and I had to make a decision at that point whether or not I wanted to go that route, or whether or not I wanted to take the medication that my neurologist prescribed and do what my neurologist said I needed to do. So my neurologist has never said I need to change the way that I eat to help my MS. But again, I went off on my own and I did some research. Well, with that diet, it is believed that certain types of food will activate your MS and irritate your MS and put you in a place where you have more symptoms. And so those things are 5 main food groups. And it's dairy, it's gluten-containing grains and wheat, eggs, legumes, and yeast. And so looking at that as a new pre-op after LapBand surgery, I was surviving and needing my protein. I was living off my protein. So I was eating my yogurts and my cottage cheese and my eggs and my beans and cheese, all the things that I just said you can't eat. And so, sometimes you have to figure out how to fight your, which battle is more important, which fire you want to put out first. And I think I wanted to be successful as far as my LapBand journey was concerned. Oh my gosh, I might have to stop recording this. My face is hurting so bad. And I could not wrap my mind around not having my protein, not having those sources of proteins that I had gotten accustomed to, that I was told that I need to be eating. And I actually tried it. I remember being at the meet and greet this year in Vegas and having a little side conversation with Wendy. And her saying, well, I don't know, somehow we started talking about this. And she was like, did you try that out? And I did. I did for maybe a week or two or so, and I didn't necessarily see any results. And I think I wanted I wanted to instantly feel better, because I've had numerous relapses since I've been diagnosed. I don't necessarily go several months without having some MS type of situation, especially the first year. And so I was like, I don't see any difference. I need my protein. I gotta have my beans, my cheese, my dairy, my eggs. And so I kept going on that route. Well, I just did my 2-year post-op, and I think I'm 16 months in maintenance. And sicker with my MS than I have ever been before, which means that it's time for me to do something differently, right? Because I want different results. So with that, I started thinking about, hey, perhaps I should eliminate some things from my diet. Of course, been talking about it on Facebook. And little Christina, I love her so, she said, okay. She started researching, and she said, I'll join you. I'll go on this MS diet with you. So we've been doing it, I think, 2 weeks now. And it's so funny because, from time to time we joke with each other and we say that we're like WLS LapBand Foodies, because both of us like food. And I have gotten to the point where I accept the fact that it's okay for me to like food. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's important for me to pick good foods, foods that are healthy for me. And it's okay for me to like food. I don't use food violently like I have in the past. I don't misuse it. So it's okay if I like food. And so we're foodies. And it's so funny because we'll go to the grocery store and say, hey, look at what I found. Trying to do dairy-free. I'm really trying to be gluten-free as well. And it's funny because we go off and we find sort of the similar things, because we like some of the same types of food, and so we're finding the same types of things, and it's been really fun to go out, be outside of your box, and find these new and interesting things. But let me tell you, I did a week of being lactose-free. I had gone and gotten almond milk, soy milk, rice milk. And one of the first things that people would say to me if I said, I need to be dairy-free, is, why don't you get soy milk, almond milk, rice milk? And I knew those things existed. The reason why I never practiced drinking them when I was on my journey and for the past 2 years is because they don't have any protein in them, really. The protein is very, very limited. You have more protein in soy than you do in milk and rice and almond milk, right? And so it was like a waste of my time. I talk a lot about, don't waste my space and don't fill my stomach with things that are going to be in the way and things that aren't going to provide fuel to my body and give me what I need. And that had always been that for me in the past, because it wasn't, if I was going to add milk to coffee or add milk to a protein drink, I wanted to be adding more protein to those things. And so that's the reason why I always did non-fat milk or calorie countdown by Hood. And so I had promised out to explain that too. So that's why I just included that in this video. But anyway, I am on this new journey. TamikasKitchen.com is still out there. And so what I'm doing here lately is, as I'm on this mission of figuring out new things to eat that are dairy-free, gluten-free, I'm not eating Mr. Cow or Mrs. Pig. And yeah. So, trying to figure out how to get protein, chicken and turkey, yeah. Chicken is a little suspect because the other day I had chicken for breakfast and chicken for lunch and chicken for dinner. It was yesterday. And so today I'm a lot sicker. And so I might not be able to eat chicken. I realized that dairy is not my friend last weekend. outside of my element, outside of my house. I'm out in the mall with my daughter and go to the House Nordstrom, their coffee place. And I ordered this, I forget what it's called, but it ended up being like a white mocha, sugar-free, and I'm like non-fat milk. And I'm drinking it, and I felt my body just crashing. And I had to find a seat. And I sent her off to shop. And I'm sitting on the porch at Gilly Hicks. I don't know if you guys know what that is. They always have like this porch with chairs in the front of the store. And I'm like people watching and half sleep because this fatigue is setting in, right? And so now I had backtracked into realizing this all on Monday. So then that was Saturday. Really sick, had to end up going home. Sunday, go out to breakfast, and I'm sitting there with my coffee, and I put creamer in it, and I order eggs with, I want jack cheese on them, and I could taste the eggs were probably cooked in butter. And I had like sausage or something. Didn't eat a lot, but shortly after that, downhill. I feel myself going. And then Monday, when I sort of reflected back over the weekend, because I'm trying to figure out what is making me sick. What am I eating that could be potentially contributing to this? And I looked back and I was like, it was the dairy. It was the dairy. And so I haven't really completely tested eggs out on their own yet. And I'd hate to have to give up my eggs, but I'll go a day where I'm not eating anything else and I'll try to test out my eggs. The idea of not being able to eat my beans are just like, it's devastating. But, what do? The point of me doing this and going on this journey and being so transparent about it is because, one, I know that there's other LapBanders within the community that have MS. I know that there's other WLSers who were not necessarily specifically LapBand, but who were diagnosed after having their surgery with MS. I know that there's people that I know that I communicate with, whether or not it is on YouTube or on Facebook, that know people that have MS. And if there's any way that I can share any knowledge that I'm gaining or some things that I'm testing out with other people to say, hey, I do feel better when I don't eat gluten. I do feel better when I don't eat dairy, when I don't eat beans, when I don't eat eggs. In the process of helping myself heal, if I can pass on some information to somebody else, I'd be very grateful. Same reason why I shared my LapBand journey with people on YouTube, for that reason. So I'm on this journey. I'm thankful that Christina's on this journey with me. Mattia, what is it? 83, I think, or is another number in there? I don't know. I'm quite sure she'll say something. But I'm on this journey. This trigeminal neuralgia is like taking my breath away. The pain is like so intense. It's like, I don't know, the fatigue, all of that. It's just, I want to be well. And if I can change the way that I eat, no matter how difficult it is, it's hard to, I love cheese. I said in Facebook, I'm the girl who always has like 8 different types of cheeses in the refrigerator, 5 different types of creamers, 2 or 3 different types of milk, white eggs, brown eggs. Tons of my go-to protein, all of my Baby Bells and, Laughing Cow, all of that stuff that I have been accustomed to getting and grabbing. I need to rethink and I need to figure it out. Doing away with a lot of basic protein and trying to figure out how to still get my protein in. I've been doing some, the fake meat, the meatless meat stuff and the tofu and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I still feel feel satisfied. My body doesn't feel satisfied because I need that protein, and I'm not a protein drinker. You know, I didn't grow up through this weight loss journey drinking my protein. I ate it. And so trying to figure out how to now do that while I'm also, I mean, I can never forget about my LapBand. My LapBand's here for life. And so incorporating a new diet plan, diet in that I'm not on a diet, I've never been on a diet, but my diet, the things that I eat, trying to incorporate something new and still balance out what I need to do with my LapBand. It's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's easy. In fact, one day I said, you know, when I sit down and think about all the things that I cannot eat, it makes me want to binge. Now, I haven't done it because my appetite's messed up and my face is like I can't eat anyway. So it's hard for me to even put a cup to my lips right now. And so I wouldn't be able to binge if I wanted to. But, you know, it's one of those emotions that I've had to also work through. It's like I can't have. So, in fact, I posted on Facebook a note that says, and you know, it was sort of, instead of focusing on all the things that I cannot have, let me focus on the things that I can have. And so I found it online and I put it in a note on Facebook. So if you're my friend over there, you can see it, and if you're interested. But anyway, I wanted to share this new journey that I'm on. I encourage you to be on this journey with me. I know that getting through my LapBand process was easier for me to communicate what was going on through YouTube. There's accountability in speaking something. Thinking it is one thing, but when you actually speak it, it puts it into action a little bit better. And so I really wanted to speak this, and to anybody who's listening, and if you're not, it doesn't matter because I'm saying it right now. And so it's, you know, it's reinforcing what I'm doing and the point of it and the purpose of it. Like, I just want to be well. So that's what I'm doing. I'm on this new journey, www.tamikaskitchen.com. I'll be sharing some things that I'm eating. If you're not connected with me on Facebook, I am WLS Coach Tamika Bryant. There's always going to be a picture that looks like me on there. So you can find me and befriend me over there. If you are trying to be my friend over on Facebook, just tell me that you watch my YouTube videos or something like that, so I'll know, because I'm getting a little more selective with the people that I'm befriending, because I'm just like, who are these people? But anyway, oh my gosh, I just need to go get in bed now because I don't feel good, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.